Over this last year, I've had an addiction with spending money on eBay. I've spent close to $10,000 on just buying computer parts alone, and today I want to share a little piece of the pie with you. I recently got a lot of new packages. I sorted through and picked out 5 good ones. The plan today is unbox them, show you the experience, and if everything goes to plan, I should be able to build a gaming computer from these packages. We got a package with RAM in it. This is a CPU. We got a sweet graphics card, another graphics card, and this big box is a motherboard. Okay, let's go and start with a graphics card. I'm gonna go with this box right here. We'll unbox this one last. So this is a GTX 1070 from EVGA. We got the original packaging. It was a really good price, around $50. Now this graphics card, it is a little bit old, but it still has 8 GB of VRAM and it performs similarly to the GTX 1660, and that card is around like $100. All right, let's open up this RAM package. Well, that is what it is. Some pretty basic DDR4. It's green. Now, why did I buy green RAM? Well, it was pretty affordable. It's 16 GB clocked at 3200 megahertz, and stay tuned for the PC build because I have an idea on this on how to make it not green. Well, this is like the perfect package to pair with RAM, a nice CPU. Well, we got a Ryzen 5 3600. They shipped it in a Ryzen 7 box. This is probably just their upgrade, but this 3600 was around $50 after shipping. Okay, time for the MOBO. But I want to say this is probably 2. It was 2. Before we look at the motherboards, this seller used 3 packs of Instapack. Really good packaging, but geez, this was gotta be close to like 15 bucks. Well, we got 2 Asus Strix B450F gaming motherboards. These are looking really clean, and the best part, they were around $50 each. Now they were untested, but the seller is accepting returns. He said if they don't work, you're guaranteed a full refund, all the way up until December, so I'm pretty good. And I think these will work. I mean, they look clean. This one has a little bit of thermal paste right there, and the only things they're missing are the little back plates on the coolers because the IO shields are actually built in. All right, the last box, another graphics card. Okay, so I got an RTX graphics card. This is an OEM model from HP. I've had this kind of graphics card before. It was an RTX 3060 Ti. Now, when I bought this one on eBay, they said it was an RTX 3060, like 8 GB version or something like that. I've only heard of the 12 GB, and the 8 GB I know of is the 3060 Ti. But this was under $100. I'm not seeing any model on it, like nothing saying exactly what it is, but we'll have to get it in a computer and check it out. Only thing left to do now is test all these parts and hope they're all working. So right now I have one of those Asus B450 motherboards, and I'm gonna be slotting in the Ryzen 5 3600. Nice, no bent pins. Okay, next is the green RAM, slots 2 and 4. And now for the RTX graphics card that I don't exactly know what it is. Now to power this quick little test bench, I'm using a 600 watt power supply from Corsair, and this was actually bought from eBay as well. And I'm also just setting a stock cooler on top of this Ryzen 5 just so it doesn't get too hot. So that's a good sign. The motherboard is at least receiving power. We got it all hooked up to this monitor right here. Go and jump the pins. Okay, all the lights and everything is spinning. We do have a little light on the motherboard right there. It's cycling. Come on. Okay, it's still cycling between these lights right here. I think it's on the CPU. Hey, I think it's about to post. I think it's about to post. Let's go. Yeah, Ryzen 5 3600 and 16 GB of RAM at 3200 megahertz. But we still have the other B450 to test. Round 2, that motherboard is also receiving power, and we're gonna test that 1070. Jump the pins. Okay, fans are spinning, but not on the graphics card. It might have like a 0 RPM mode though. Yeah, there they go. There's also some lights on the motherboard. They're cycling. Hey, a post, baby. I see the little line. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Oh, this 1070's making a weird noise on the fans. Yeah, that fan is Oh wait, or it's this. Okay, something's vibrating over here. But either way, everything is working, so that makes me happy. Little bonus package. Since those two motherboards that I just bought didn't come with a backplate, I bought some ahead of time on eBay. They came out to about $4 each. I bought 3 just to kind of have an extra one on hand, but not a bad price. Now we can build the computer. I'm grabbing the case right here. But that little note, it says it has a Ryzen 9 5900X, 32 gigabytes of RAM, 2 terabyte M.2 SSD, and an RTX 3080. That's because this is a fully built computer. So here is that build. Don't pay too much attention to it. The only thing we need is the case. The reason it is fully built, these are all my old parts from my personal computer. I was gonna sell this thing for a profit, but I figured I'll lose less money if I just part the whole build out. So that's what I have to do, take it all apart. Well, I got what I need, the case. Now let's go ahead and get this build started. We need to get this backplate mounted so we can get a cooler on this Ryzen 5. And all we need is this little piece, the backplate. Wipe off this little bit of thermal paste. To cool our Ryzen 5, I got this ID Cooling SE214 XT ARGB. It's around $20 on Amazon. And for storage, I'm going with this brand new Gen 3 SSD from Silicon Power. It's 1 terabyte, it's around $50. Now to do something about this green RAM. The reason I bought that green RAM is because I have this dead RAM kit right here that I got fully refunded for, so it's just been sitting in my inventory and it's free. And I also happen to have a heat gun, so I'm gonna heat up these RAM sticks, take off the heat sinks, and simply just stick them to the other RAM. Getting kind of dirty in here, but the build is done. Go and see if it works. Okay, everything at least turns on. The lights are not working. I think it might still be hooked up to the motherboard that was in there, basically. Did we get a post? Yeah, look, the lights will work. I just gotta hold this button down. Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Yep, okay, so now the lights are back controlled through this button, and we got a post. I got a fresh install of Windows done, and I let it install the NVIDIA drivers by itself, but I installed GPU-Z. Let's see what kind of graphics card I bought. An RTX 3060 Ti. I was right, oh my goodness. That is such a W. Let's go, baby. Let's go. This build turned out to be pretty damn good, especially after figuring out that I got an RTX 3060 Ti for under $100 on eBay. Like, insane deal. Here's some quick gaming benchmarks for this computer. In Call of Duty Black Ops 6, I played at 1080p with DLSS, and I used high/normal settings, and we were averaging 89 FPS with a 1% low of 60. And in Cyberpunk 2077, I tested at 1080p with the high settings preset, and we averaged 103 FPS. I'm pretty happy with the build. The only thing is the RAM. It didn't turn out exactly how I wanted. One side is still green there. It just wouldn't stick, but it looks pretty good either way. If you're curious why I buy so many parts from eBay, well, I build and sell used gaming PCs on Jawa. I used to sell them locally, but I moved to California. My local market has kind of suffered. The link to my Jawa page is almost always at the top of the description, so if you're interested in buying a computer from me, maybe go and check them out. Anyways, thanks for unboxing some packages with me and getting a little bit of work done. If you enjoyed this video, go and smash that like button, subscribe if you loved it, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.